and leave the rest of. Don't want it all, just need the best of you. Need the call and leave the rest of it all. Give it all, give me the best of you. Give it all and leave the rest of. Don't want it all, just need the best of you.
Hey, what's up? MAZBOU Q. How's it going?
Oh, it's good.
Wow, welcome to the Talanoa Therapy Podcast show, man.
Thank you for having me.
You're so talented. You know, your rap style is so diverse and you know how to rock a stage, bro. I remember when you were headlining for that gig in Salo Park and you had every single person on their feet. Like, even I got into it and I don't really do that sort of stuff, bro. And I just want to say it was just a breath of fresh air. But yeah, I want you to take us through that creative process of like what you do before preparing for a show and how did you put that whole thing together, that whole set?
Yeah, so I guess I should contextualize the whole thing by saying that I came from the rock and metal sphere. So when I was growing up through high school, I actually played in rock bands and metal bands and punk bands. And that sort of formed the context or the bedrock for my my live show as is, because I came into hip hop as someone who didn't ever want to be just a performer with a DJ. Nothing wrong with that, but that just wasn't my thing. I came from an environment where there were multiple instruments on stage. It was loud, it was intense. The crowd was going a little wild. There's engagement between the frontman and the crowd. And you know, everything's just crazy. And so that's the environment I came from. That's what I wanted to take with me as I entered into hip hop. So when I started writing my own music and preparing for live shows, I had to have a think about how I can capture some of that energy from my old musical life and bring it to my new one. And what I figured out, well, there were two main things. Firstly, the people you perform with are really important. So a couple of the people in my band are actually from my metal days. My drummer, I knew him from the metal scene, and my guitarist was in my metal band. So they understand where I'm going with things. And the next thing is that there's actually quite a lot of intersection between hip hop and metal, a lot more than people realize when it comes to the different grooves and the different rhythms that sort of present themselves and show themselves. So there's an opportunity when you perform live to capitalize on these similarities and bring some of that metal energy to hip hop. By the way you play drums, the way you arrange certain instruments to be playing certain things at certain times, and obviously the live presence that you sort of bring. So every time I'm about to play a show, I make sure that all my backing tracks are set up. I'll remove certain tracks in the instrumental that I know are going to be live, and so I know that the live version of those things are going to bring a little bit more energy and a little bit more presence there. I'll arrange that based on what band I have on the day. And then I guess when it comes to performing, I just make sure everything is elevated. I tell a lot of the young people that I mentor, you need to graft people into the story that you're telling. You know, you're telling a story of what the content in your music, and you're giving the audience an experience. And an experience is always going to be more memorable if you're part of it. It's the same with any kind of sort of media or any kind of entertainment. Movies, TV shows, songs, anything that makes you feel like you're a part of what's going on is going to make you remember that and make you more willing to engage in there. So every time I play live, I just look for moments and opportunities to make the crowd part of my performance, whether that's doing a simple step to the right, step to the left or whatever, or getting them to sing a part. It's all important because they go away feeling like they were part of the performance too. But at the end of the day, if they're there to see you play, you're in control. I'll literally get up and be like, I'm not gonna start playing a single song until at least 5 people are standing up. And you know, when you have that kind of confidence and that kind of attitude, they kind of start being like, all right, let's see what's happening here. And they stand up and then they realize, okay, actually, it's a lot more fun when I'm involved in this kind of thing. And people see that, people feed off each other's energy. And then, you know, a couple of songs and everyone's involved. And then everyone's just having a better time than they would have had if they were just sitting there watching. You know, so yeah, you just gotta go for it.
Yeah, look, I've been around and I've seen a lot. As a youth, I dreamed a lot. No cat, I switched teams a lot. Just wanted to be seen a lot.